All right. Check one. Good. All right, we're back with the I-64 Sports Podcast. I know it's been a while. I know y'all missed us, so we had to bring in a special guest. Since we had that long hiatus, we got world champion Michael Cherry. Welcome to the show, man.
I'm glad to be here. What's up with you, bro?
All right, man. Thanks for coming back. You big time now, world champ. What, 2-time?
Yeah, 2-time.
Two-time world champ now. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, man.
How does it feel, man, coming back home as a world champ?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, you come back home, get a lot of love from different people. People that I went to high school with, some older people kind of hit me up, congratulate me. But it's kind of the same. Being home and other places too, but it just feels a little special to be home.
So, for the people that don't know who you are, just tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, Michael Cherry. I'm a professional track and field athlete for Nike.
Right.
I'm here from 757 Chesapeake. Went to Austin Smith. I went to school at LSU.
Okay.
At first went to Florida State, and then I transferred to LSU. So that's pretty much it.
How did you get into track? Because I know originally that wasn't your original sport growing up.
Nah.
So how did you end up getting into track?
I played basketball, football growing up a lot, and then basically my story a little different from other people. I know.
Okay.
My boys hit me up, let me know like, hey, we got some girls on the track team. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out there, check it out.
Right.
Went out there, seen the girls. I'm like, dang, you can't find these girls nowhere. You get to see girls from different schools and racing. They show you the fastest. So I thought it was pretty dope. So I started doing it on the side, not really taking it seriously. Still playing basketball, football, and then I pretty much stopped like my junior year playing basketball and football and try to focus just on track and see how good I can get. And then I got a little better, and it took off from me for there.
At what point did you know that track was going to be your sport to go to the next level?
I would say I had met my club coach in the summer, like 2000. I want to say 10.
Okay.
So I ran AAU my first year.
Okay.
I was ranked like second in my class. So if I intermediate 4
nationally?
Yeah, nationally. Nice. So AAU. So I was like, okay. And I'm playing football and basketball. I really wasn't taking it seriously. I was going out a lot, still partying. So I was like, okay, what if I just quit football for a year? That was my thing. My coach told me to quit football for a year and we're going to see what we can do on the track and then come back to football.
Okay.
So he lied to me. I never got to return to play football again. But I got so much better in track that it was like, I don't need to play football. I can go to college off this.
And that's tough because you at Oscar Smith, that great football program that year in and year out, and you had to step away from that and run track, which wasn't a dominant sport at the time.
No, at all. I don't think we really didn't know nobody that went to Smith that ran track before us. So it was pretty much we had some people that went there, but they were like cool, but they wasn't like dominant. So we had a 400 running. School record probably was like 48, 47.
For real.
And everybody was like, oh, it's so amazing. Then for me, I was going out of state and seeing people run 46 seconds. So before me, 46 seconds was like, nobody runs 46 seconds in the state. You had Merritt. Right. And then I think Ricky Harris, he went to Florida, so he ran pretty fast. He ran about 46, but those dudes like way, like 04. Ricky Harris might have been like 02 or something like that. So when I came through, it was pretty like a guy running 47.6 and winning states like 3 years in a row. So I ran like 46.3 the first year. Okay. Then I ran 46 flat the next year. So everybody was like, oh, crazy. Nice. And then people started coming through and running faster. So it got nice.
So your first year running track, did you win state, qualify region? How did you do your first year?
My first year was Nah, it was bad. I actually did qualify for state. I ran 50 point though. So I remember it was 50 point like flat.
Okay.
And it was rough. I still wasn't training though. I used to like skip practice, go every other day. I didn't lift weights. I probably lift weights for the football season, but it really wasn't that serious. We'll eat chicken tender combos right before we go out.
Right.
Skittles.
Yeah.
Soda, tea, whatever.
I mean, normal high school.
I just didn't care. I just didn't care. I was just going out there racing for the girls. I used to pull up the track meets with full outfits on, like jeans, a t-shirt from school, some Jordans.
Like what you warming up in?
Yeah, I just have a warm up, like the warm up Austin track jacket, and had that over my school clothes, and then take that off, and then have my track uniform underneath it. So that's nothing was pretty much serious there. So I ran 50 point the first year, qualified for state.
Okay,
I got put out in the prelims, I want to say.
Okay,
but I actually only qualified for states because I started from the wrong line at districts. So they started from the wrong line. And I ran 49.2. So that had got me the state qualifier, and I wound up just going to state and getting my head bashed in.
Gotcha. So was there any meat during that first year where you was like, all right, man, I need to start taking it serious now?
No, still not. I still wanted to play football. I didn't care about track. Nobody in my family runs track. It's not no big track stars in the area besides LaShawn Mayer, like I said, or Fran. Like I couldn't visually see track stars come back and have nice cars or have money. So it really wasn't nothing like I wanted to do. I seen a lot of football players at Smith, like Phil Simms, Quinte Funderburg. Like I seen a lot of good football players we had, and I wanted to just play football in college. And track doesn't even sound like it wasn't that important to me. It was like it's not a sport. Like nobody runs track like that. But I grew to love it more. So maybe like my junior year, I think it got a little better for me.
I heard you had a chance to meet LaShawn Merritt.
I did. I met him and I won some tickets. I used to work at Finish Line, so I was at Finish Line at work. I remember I was chilling.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Yeah, I worked at Finish Line. I was a Finish Line employee for like 3 years, so in high school. So I was at Finish Line, and I seen he was doing a trivia for one of his for a game. So it was some tickets to an ODU game.
Okay.
So you had to answer a couple questions about him. I answered them like as fast as I could. They sent me a tweet back, said you won. Meet him here, cool. So I met him. It was pretty dope because like now I can actually see a track dude. And I ran like 48, maybe 3 at the time. He was telling me like, man, you could be so much better. You know, just keep focusing. He just gave me like the regular talk like an older guy would tell a young person. So it was like, all right, it's dope just to hear from him and say that. And I know he was on that stage and I think I seen him like pull up in a Maybach too. So I was like, oh, it might be different. It might be different. So this might be my way out right here. Like, my mom not gonna pay for school, so I needed a way to get to college. So it kind of went from finding a way to go to college, and then from there it's like, oh, I need to get paid too. Like I like this.
But at the time there was no talk of like a professional athlete, how much money they.
No. I never knew. I thought track was like football money. I thought everything was the same.
Oh, you thought you was about.
I'm like, yo, I'm not to walk into a bag. Like it's gonna be easy money. Like it's not definitely not bad money, but it's definitely not like NFL. Like okay, bread like that. So it's like when I found that out, it was like maybe like my freshman year of college.
Okay.
And then my coach was like, yeah, millionaire, man, you gonna have to work super hard to be a millionaire, but you'll be 1,000 there, definitely. You'll be good. Yeah, you're gonna be good. But I don't know, millionaire might take you some time.
Right. So when you start getting that recruiting interest?
I got my first letter after my sophomore year, but it was like the Air Force Academy. So I was hyped too. It was 3-1, like, Air Force Academy. Like Navy second. And then I ran at, I want to say, New Balance Indoor. Okay. And I got third. So I ran like 46.8 after that. And I won states my first year too. So I ran about 34 seconds and maybe like 104. Kansas State was there actually. And I got my first letter there. So kind of like junior year picked up for me. But after that New Balance race, indoors, my recruiting went like crazy. Like, it's like it went from like nobody knowing me to like the whole country was like, all right, we want to talk to him. Getting letters, calls. I was taking like visits, like home visits at my job. For real? Yeah, so
that's crazy.
I had coaches like coming to my job and I'd be mopping the floor and then listening to what they saying. Like, all right, cool.
So who was the first offer?
First offer, Florida State. Florida State was like right next to my club coach when I ran. I had broke like the junior class record in the 400, I think at indoor, and my coach was right there beside him, and they was like, yeah, give this guy an offer. I want to bring him in for a visit, take a house visit first, and then from there talk with it. So I talked to Florida State first, and then from there kind of just all picked up like Florida State, Oregon, Auburn, like it picked up kind of like that fast. LSU.
So who was your? Did you have a top 5 or anything like that?
Top 5. My top 5 was LSU out of high school, LSU, Auburn, Oregon, Texas Tech, and what am I forgetting? Florida State. I ain't saying that. School I went to.
so no HBCUs.
No HBCUs. So I would have liked to though. I would have liked to.
What schools would you have considered for HBCUs?
A&T, Norfolk State because it's right close to home. Morgan State. That's pretty much it. I didn't know too much about HBCUs like in the deep South, so I thought that would have been dope, those 3 schools, but I really didn't get no call from like
That's crazy. I really can't believe because like even Norfolk State, they were killing it back then, winning MEAC every year.
They were. So I worked out there a couple of times and I would see their team, and that's why I thought like definitely I'd talk to them, but the coach kind of hit me up on signing day, so by signing day it's too late by then. So tried to talk to me. I was like, man, I can't sign today. Like, I'm already signed to Florida State, I committed, so that's pretty much it.
What was it about Florida State?
I liked it. It was like, it just felt like home. I went over there. The team was real friendly. Football games was crazy. Yeah. The chant, once you hear that chant, the chant is real wild. Uniforms. I always used to have those nice uniforms. Like we went to Smith, we have like one blue uniform.
That was it.
Yeah, you got to buy your own tights off East Bay. So it was crazy. So we had like 4 different uniform combinations.
Yeah, sponsored Nike.
Nike, Nike had like 12 pair of trainers, like everything. It was like, just getting stuff on apartment. It's just stuff that you couldn't see. Like they would show me that on a visit, and I was just so excited. Girls, good weather. So rubber track. I ain't have a rubber track in high school. I had a concrete track, so it was dope.
But like we said earlier, we talked about the culture of HBCU. Do you think that would have been enough to sway you away from Florida State if they would have recruited you, like a school like A&T?
I feel like it would have had a chance. A&T would have been close to me, definitely. Like that was definitely close to my heart because my club coach went there. So that I feel like they had an edge on a lot of schools anyway because my coach know how it is. The track is nice. I ran there 2 years in a row because that's where we host New Balance Nationals at. So I can say that's like my home too. And it's close to Virginia. It's not too far, so I can still see my mother a lot. Girls, good weather.
Yeah,
it's
the girls, they keep coming. That's like Nike, a reoccurring theme from you. Like
Nike, like I feel like they got a lot of good stuff though. So I feel like
you single? You single?
I am single.
Okay, yeah. I was. It was like that's a reoccurring thing for you.
But at the time, that's what I was like focused on. Like, that was like my main.
That was your thing.
Yeah. So I was like, that would have been nice. But they had good uniforms. I feel like it would have been fun. Like I feel like the culture period. That's what I'm used to. Like I'm from this area. I feel like just seeing that would have definitely made me feel like I was home and like close to my friends. And you're gonna have friends that went to school at those schools too, because a lot of people can't afford to go to PWIs like deep in the South. So I'm like the only person from like my area that was there at the time. And then we started getting other people like Josh Sweat, Levante Taylor.
Yeah, some football guys.
Yeah, so no track people though.
Were you there when Marlon Woods were there?
With who?
Marlon Woods.
No, I wasn't. He was there way before. Marlon Woods actually worked out at with my club team with me.
Okay.
When I was in high school though. Yeah, he was like a little mentor to me. He was dope. So
my daughter ran for him.
Really? Yeah. So I seen him and man, he always tell me stuff about Florida State too. So we kind of had like an inside Florida State connection. Charles Clark went to Florida State too, so that was real big for me too. So seeing him too, that was an easy pick for me.
So you broke the 300 in 300 national record in high school, right? That was your senior year.
Senior year, yep. Senior year, yep. I ran like 2. I think I ran like 2. Yeah, so not to brag, it was only 2.
So yeah, what was the story behind that? Because I heard it was an interesting story behind that 300-meter race. Like,
what you
was
mean?
it your mom first time she was there?
Yes, my mom first time she was there. She never. I didn't like my mom to watch my track meets because at first she used to talk a lot of trash to me. So I was getting beat. Mom would come up like, "Oh man, if you gonna let me watch this, I don't need to see it." Like I'm gonna walk
my dad
away.
was the same way. That's crazy. My dad was the same way.
So my mom was pretty tough on me. So I never wanted to watch it at first. So I would always tell her like, "Man, don't come to track meets. Don't come to track meets." So it's my last one. So she came out there, snuck in the bleachers. I wound up seeing her, and I was just like, "Man, I'm nervous." And people was talking trash to me before too. So I feel like it was gonna be a good race. And just went out there, ran fast as I could, and broke the record.
Yeah, that's crazy. How did that feel?
It was good. It was good. I actually didn't know what the national record was for 300 meters because like we run like 400 or 200, so it's kind of different. But when I saw it, and to run on the flat track, I was crazy. I was like, man, they were telling me conversion could be like 32.7, 32.8. So I wanted to see what I could run on the bank, but I never got to do it.
So what is that time stand now?
The national record?
Yeah,
I think it might be like second all time.
Okay,
a lot of people was going at it, but they was breaking it on bank too. So
okay. Yeah.
They had the bank track. I had the flat 200 at Boo. So I feel like if you go to Boo, you can run 32 seconds. That's the record right there.
Because bank is more like college style.
Yeah.
Right?
Bank is just like it's elevated, so you can go down. Get the little push. Okay. You come off it. It's pretty
like Arkansas.
Yeah. So stuff like that. Yeah. So it's a little easier. So I feel like I'm still a national record.
I got you. So how did you handle like the newfound stardom you had? Because coming from a guy that barely makes state, now you set national records. Now you got all the girls you want now. So how did you handle that?
For me, it was a little different. I wasn't used to it, so I got kind of big headed. But I won't talk too much trash though. I would say like I was real confident. Definitely got confident. I used to be like a little bit timid on the track wise, but I just got more confident and. Shoot, I was ready for everything and just living it up. I wasn't going to parties. Traveling. I was going to different states.
You was on your Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. I really thought I was a superstar. I'm like, man, I'm a superstar. Like, I'm the best guy. I gotta go pro. Like, I was on that type of stuff. So
put Oscar Smith track. You kind of put him on the map.
It motivated me definitely. Yeah, so it was super crazy. I'm at school and I'm a track guy getting treated like a football player now. So it's like, oh, this is weird. Like super weird. Like on a more than announcements, look on the computer, see myself, and school showed me a lot of love. So it was different. It was different for me.
So with you breaking records, who pushed you? Like, who was your rival in high school?
My rival? We had a couple good people. Moosey King was pretty good. Okay. Byron Robinson. Noah was a freshman that year, so Noah Lyles is pretty legit.
Okay.
That's pretty much the elite people. Ricky Morgan was pretty legit that year. Okay. Trying to think. Grant was always there, but I don't think he really got like as great as he was right now. At that point, he was still kind of young, so he was still kind of developing.
Right.
So Grant was always around, but he was doing mostly like hurdles and 55 high jump type of stuff.
Right.
That's pretty much it though. Those legit guys.
Are you surprised to see the level Grant is at now?
No. Grant was a freak. So when I seen Grant for the first time, I think he had ran a 4x4 with me at their school, maybe districts. Okay. And he tried to like pass me up. He split like maybe like 48 or something like that. I split like 46 before a freshman. I was like, okay, that's impressive.
Right.
And then you can see all the events he could do. He could do hurdles.
Yeah.
long jump, high jump. I used to always joke with his brother because his brother Trey Holloway was like, man, Grant will never beat me. Like he'll never be better than me. I'm like, man, you keep being lazy. Grant gonna be way better than you. And now to see him, man, Grant can do it all. Like, Swiss Army knife, definitely.
So you guys was at World Championships together, right?
Yeah, definitely. I saw him and his parents. Yeah, he was out there. It was dope seeing him in the window. I started screaming. I had just walked in and seen it.
Yeah.
Seen him crossing the line, yelling. I'm like, man, he started crying. That was dope. It was dope.
So how many we entering the Olympic year, right? Yeah. How many medals you think how many medals you think Grant
can win? I mean, if he only gonna do hurdles,
let's say all time. All time,
like his whole career.
Yeah, his whole career.
I don't know. That's tough because like you got the Olympic champion and the world champion that's in this event. Right. Like he just beat him, but I feel like they're gonna be going at it for some time. And then you got some other guys like Shabenkov, it's the Russian guy. It's a lot of hurdles. That event is like super, super deep. Not even to mention like in America. Daniel Roberts, that's the guy that beat him at trials. So I feel like they're gonna be going at it. It's gonna be real tough. I think he can get a lot of medals. So I feel like by the end of his career, at least 3 more. Because I feel like he's gonna last a long time too. Yeah. I don't think he's slowing down anytime soon.
Do you think people don't understand how tough it is, take home a medal? Because people like, even if you can dominate, like you could dominate on the whole regular season, whatever you guys call it, you could dominate the whole time and you mess up one race and
you could lose it all. Like taking home a medal at Worlds is crazy because you got 3 rounds. So it's 3 rounds of the best people in the world. Like it's not no scrubs. It ain't gonna be no people that run slow. It's gonna be people that's the most elite people in the world. So you might got the top 5, top 3 people in your semi section or your prelim section just to get through. So they might say top 2 qualifier goes, and you got the top 3 people in the world in your first heat. So you might get third. Have to have a bad lane in the semifinal, and it's gonna be hard to get through that. That kind of happened with Grant. I remember at USA, he got beat in the prelims, and the semifinals was kind of rough for him, but it came back and made the team, so it was dope. Right. So yeah, it's definitely hard to get a medal, especially being young. It's super, super, super hard. But a lot of people rise to the occasion and get it done. Right.
That's dope, man. You guys from 7'5", you got y'all first world medals at the same time.
Yeah. He young too, so it was crazy. When I seen him come out fresh out of college, the season he had a long season, so it was pretty dope to see it. Yeah. He was cheering for me too, though. It was fire. I loved it.
So it's crazy. So you got him, you got Noah. So do you feel like the vet, like out of the group?
Yeah, I kind of like the young vet. Right. It's kind of weird, like the position I'm in, because I feel like a lot of people think I've been pro for a long time, or this is only my second year pro, so I'm still young too. This is Grant's first year, so next year's gonna be my 3rd year. It's gonna be his 2nd year. I mean, his first year completely out. So I still, I kind of feel like the vet, but I don't feel old. I feel like I'm gonna be around for a long, long time too. Like I'm not going anywhere. I told people like I feel like I'm gonna be here for at least 20, 25, 26, something like that. Like I want to go to at least Olympics in LA. So that's 28.
Gotcha.
So no matter what I do, I just want to basically make that
team. And Olympics 2020, where Japan?
Tokyo. Yeah, Tokyo.
Gotcha. What's the track prime? Like you say, like basketball is like track 30 prime? Is like track like basketball prime. What's
so each event is kind of different. So distance might be like a little older.
Okay.
Some sprints, it all depends. I heard 400 meters is kind of like 30. So 30, 31.
So you're about what? 4 years from your prime?
Yeah, I'm 20. I'm 24 right now. So 24. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, I got some time, but I'm not tripping. I feel like you can run in your prime when you're like in the mid-20s, but it all depends on the people. Like, it's some people that show up like when they're like 28, 29, it'd be weird. Like they'll run 50 point their whole life and then keep training. I don't know how you keep training like that, and then you just pop one and then stop running 44.
Get that Bron juice up in you. Yeah. That's the training.
I always joke with that. Yeah,
Bron got a training to do.
Definitely on that stuff.
Okay. So when you hear like, man, let's talk about that. So when you hear guys get popped for stuff like that, how do you feel about stuff? Like, how does it make you feel?
Sometimes like if you know the people, some cases be a little different. But if you get caught like straight dope and it's different than like failing tests or missing tests or something like that. That's a little different. But I mean, people know the sport is dirty, but there's really not much you can do. You just gotta hope they can catch everybody and clean it up. But at the end of the day, if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. It's nothing you can do.
Is it a lot easier to fail a drug test than people like a casual track fan would know?
Fail or like miss one?
No, I mean like fail. Like is it like aside from dope, like is it like let's say you take like NyQuil or something like that.
Oh yeah. That's super easy. You can be eating like something like you can eat like a steak or oxtails, and then they say okay, it's tainted. Like it might have like a steroid type of thing that they inject into it. Right. And you take a drug test, and you fail, and then you say, I was just eating ox. Nobody's gonna believe you. It's just like, you were doping. Like you're a liar. So it's kind of hard, but you really got to prove it. And the way is you got to take them back to that place that serves that food, and they got to try to test it out. You got to hope that that's going to pop for the same thing that you pop for. Or you could take NyQuil and the night before you might have a flu and you get tested for that and you fail for something in that, or some type of pill or anything. It's super, super easy. You can be taking like a supplement that has something that's not listed on the label, and you fell on that, and you won't even know like what you fell for. So, and then not believing this, think you trying to take steroids to get better, but a lot of times it don't be like that though.
Gotcha. So how careful are you with like even what you eat, like what you put in your body?
For me, I don't really eat too much beef and stuff anyway. So if it's tainted, I hope they have no tainted chicken. So
okay.
Yeah, I eat a lot of fish, chicken. Supplements I take is like mostly like vitamins. I got like these little apps on my phone that scans it and tell you about water, banned lists and stuff that's not banned. So I'm kind of like on top of that stuff. And I always hit my nutritionist and send it to her and ask her, is this cool? And make sure everything is registered and everything is cool.
Who do you train with right now?
Right now I train with John Smith. I'm in LA. So I just moved from LSU last year. This is my first year with my new coach. So he's a pretty good coach. He had a couple different athletes. 2 gold medalists in the 400. He had like 3-4 guys run 43 seconds. So I thought it was time for me to move to get to the next step that I wanted to. I keep running 44 seconds. So I feel like I'm right on the tip of being great. I feel like I'm good right now. So if I can run 43 seconds, I can become great and be able to compete for a world title and dominate. So
does Michael Johnson still got the 400 record?
No, Wade Van Niekerk does. Yeah, South African guy. He's like 25, 26.
What did he run?
43.03.
Jesus.
Yeah, 43.03. So
what was Michael Johnson?
43.18. So 43.18. Yep. So.
You think he can surpass that, or anybody can surpass that?
What, 43.03?
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people can. A lot of people got talent, so I mean, train hard, keep going out there. I think it's definitely possible. At first, it seemed kind of like nobody ever is gonna run 43.1. Then you start seeing guys get into like the 43.2, 43.3. Well, that's what Wade and you see guys that can flirt around the 43.5, 43.6 area. You just clean up something, and then you drop. And anything can happen, but it's so much harder to get faster. When you're already fast. Right. You got to start finding like smaller things, tweaking up, man. I'll be looking like, let me get my stability, my ankle right, core. It gets like real tedious and small once you start getting faster. So it's definitely harder to do it.
What's your PR right now?
44.5.
44.5. So what do you think that you could, I don't know if it's your secret or nothing. What do you think you could get better to drop
foot speed wise. So I moved to my new coach. So when I was at LSU, I didn't do a lot of sprinting. Okay. So it was cool, but I wanted to like develop as a sprinter because I sprinted a lot in high school with my club coach, but he kind of like built me into that, and then I kind of left. So it's like, all right, went to Florida State. I got hurt a lot, so I really couldn't sprint. And then got to LSU. We did a lot of tempo stuff. It was great for me. I liked it. But I just thought, like, to get faster, I'm going to have to sprint and run more 200s and show myself as a sprinter. And then be able to compete with guys that's running 19 seconds and 43 seconds like that. So I got a lot of good endurance. So my endurance is pretty good. I think if I come with that speed side, which I've been developing this year, I feel like it's gonna show next year.
But you're also tall. Like 6'2"?
No, I'm 6'4".
Yeah, I mean you're tall. How many 6'4" sprinters are there? Like,
not too many like short sprinters. So, but most of them run the 400. I feel like it's a lot of tall 400 meter runners. It's a 6'2" to 6'3" area. Yeah, but it's hard. But we don't really have like the turnover like the smaller guys got. So you gotta like work real hard to get your levers to come through and hit the right angles in order to sprint. So it's definitely difficult.
Right. So Usain was like what, 6'5"?
Yeah, Usain like 6'5". He's like,
that's crazy.
He's different though. He's different. Like nobody that size is like should be able to sprint like with the little guy. So it's crazy.
So what went into your decision to turn pro?
Shoot. At the time, I really was done. Like I feel like I was done with school. I got an agent. Once I talked to my agent, we moved on. He searched for some companies for me, and that was it.
I know this water tainted. I'm sorry because don't drink this water. This tap water. Yeah. That's tap water. No. So you say you pretty much, but you felt like you were done at the collegiate level.
Yeah, I was done. Yeah, I finished. Once I finished up, basically found my agent. Okay. Great agent. He looked for a deal for me. Found me a deal kind of like within like a month or two. Waited out. That's the year. It's 2017. So that's my year when I first came out, and then went to Worlds, signed with Nike, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So people don't know, like you said, because you didn't know about like track money, like from professional athletes. So like you say, but you quickly learned. What was that conversation like going through the endorsement process?
It's tough at first because you think like, oh man, I'm about to get a meal. Like, straight up, like, I'm at least
you're already meal. Picking out stuff.
I'm a half a meal. I'm a half a meal immediately. Yeah. So it's really not what you think you are. It's kind of like what the company thinks of you, like what you can do, and a lot goes into it. It's not always just are you fast? It's like how you look. The size, how you build, what your social media look like. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, like everything. It's kind of like it's like auctioning. Like you're looking at you like, car cool, but we don't really know. We don't like the rims on that car. I don't like the hood. So it's kind of like that. And then that's how they pretty much sign you. It's not always off this speed. So you can be fast. There's a lot of people that's fast and probably deserve contracts, but they don't have the other thing. You might not have the it factor to get a deal. It's like super, super hard to get a deal. So if you got a deal, you like really blessed.
Right. So who else aside from Nike were you looking at?
I talked to Nike. I was trying to get a deal with Adidas, but I don't really know. I think they had the world record holder at the time, so they had Wade. It was pretty much nothing. New Balance, I think my agent talked to. Pretty much them two. New Balance, Nike, Adidas. So
yeah. I know money, of course, went into it, but was it about, because with track, you're thinking about your shoe, you think about, the comfort. So did that go into it as well?
For me, nah, I always wore Nike in college. So I had switched to Nike Spikes in high school to get used to it because I didn't wear it at first. I think I was wearing like Pumas or something like that. But switched to Nike Spikes in high school because I knew I was probably going to wear it for the remainder of the time in college. So switched to Nike Spikes. The Spikes was pretty good for me. That and I had a lot of Nike shoes at home too, so I was like, man, if I want to sign with Nike, I'm gonna have to give up all my stuff. I can't wear nothing nice. Like, I still want to wear Jordans.
So you can't wear like even when you just chilling, like you can't wear Adidas or nothing.
Can't wear none of that stuff. Nah. So you gotta wear Nike the whole time.
So do they hook you up? Like
no, they bless you. They bless you.
Okay, I'm about to say.
I got a whole lot of stuff. Like my dress is breaking. Like I got
you wear 9? You wear 9?
Nah, I wear 12. Yeah. So I got a lot of shoes.
Okay, guys.
I had a lot of shoes before because I worked at Finish Line, like I told you. But so when I had all those shoes, I was like, man, if I sign with somebody else, it's gonna be done for me. Like I'm gonna have to give away all my Jordans.
So is it like football? Like when they bring like a U-Haul full of shoes?
I wish I seen James Harden with the U-Haul truck. I was sick. I'm like, yo, what you got to do to be like Odell or something? Like that's crazy. But look, only thing about football, like only them superstars are getting stuff like that. So you might see like Odell, James Harden, all of them only getting like they're NBA All-Stars, like they got their own shoe. Yeah, they're gonna get that. Like that's easy. But you gonna see some regular Joe Smo on the NFL team, man. He not getting nothing. Like he over there. But you see Odell, like I seen Odell a couple times in LA. It's kind of weird because Odell get the same stuff that I get. So I kind of get mad. Like, yo, you don't even run track. Why do you have the whole? He have the whole track kit on. Like, I'm like, yo, he got like all the nice hoodies, t-shirts. Like, yo, this dude don't even run track.
All the speed gear.
Just give him spike. Let's give him some cleats, y'all. He don't need nothing else. Odell gets everything. He had me so jealous. I see him with the same stuff. Like,
for real?
Why? Like, why is he getting that? That doesn't make any sense. So.
Right.
But I guess he got to work out too. So they're like, all right, we're gonna bless him with the track pack and all this stuff. So it's crazy. Funny.
So when you signed your Nike contract, who was there? Like, who was in the room?
Nobody. It was actually just me. My mother real chill. Like my mother, like she always at work. So she really like clueless when it comes to a lot of stuff. Like my mom was still trying to like learn track now. She don't really understand the events and all that stuff. So I basically just went in there with my agent and then we went over the stuff. My agent's a lawyer, so he was pretty smart with it and we both looked over it. We agreed to it, thought it was pretty good, and then we signed it together. But my mother's been pretty chill through the whole process. My mother didn't even know I was transferring. Actually, I just came home and told her like, man, I'm going to LSU now. She's like, what? She's like, okay, I mean, just make sure you graduate. Like that's all she cared about. And she's been chill, like real. She's supportive, but she kind of like let me do my own thing at the same time. So I like that.
What was a tougher transition from high school to college or from Florida State to LSU?
High school to college, easily. But high school to college, because I was so dominant that it was weird to me that people could beat me now. And the race wasn't like being over at like 200, 250. It was ended at like 390.
Yeah, you had a kick.
Yeah, so I had to really learn how to actually race at that point. So I struggled from just having like a race pattern thing. Right. And that's kind of what I dealt with early when I first turned pro too, just trying to figure out a race pattern to compete. So you have people that's just as good as you. You got high school people that's just as good as you, but then you got those seniors and juniors that's well developed, been under the program for like 3-4 years, and they're gonna bring it every single time consistently. So I thought I was big headed. I thought I was good. But you see these guys running like 44 seconds, you're like, man, what? Right. And my PR is only 46 flat. So in college, going from Florida State to LSU, that was pretty much easy. I was motivated at that time. I got a super fear of like being forgotten. So I never want to be like, man, like, what happened to that guy? He used to be good. Like he was. And
cool. That can happen in track.
It does. This
guy's good every year.
People get changed out all the time. So I do pride myself on staying around. I told people like, I'm gonna be around for a long time. I want you to keep hearing my name. I want you to be annoyed. Like I never want to be like forgotten in that area. So when I got to Florida State, I was kind of motivated of just like not being forgotten. Like I want to be better. So I knew it was time for me to take it a little bit more seriously and perfect my craft and start being a student of the game. And I got better that way. So it was easy.
Was there ever a moment of doubt for you?
Oh yeah, my freshman year I got hurt like 3 or 4 times. I was PRing, running faster, but like I tore my quad, pulled my hamstring, stopped getting phone calls, no texts, no tweets, girls hitting you up slow. It's like, everything get different. You like, man, like what happened to all the people that supported me when I was in high school? Like when I was doing good, and then you do good one time, and then you see everybody back on your phone again. So it's like, man, like it was tough. I definitely was like, man, maybe I won't be able to go pro. Maybe I have to find something else. But then I kind of snapped it out of it like real fast and started getting back on my grind. Talking to my IC coach, he helped me out a lot, and he just kept my head in the game and was ready to go.
Man, 2-time world champ.
Yeah.
2-time world champ. Why did you decide to run the mixed relay?
Mixed, I didn't actually. I didn't want to do it. When I first got there, I told him like, yo, I'm not on the mix. I'm a 4x4 guy straight up. I was like, mixed, that's embarrassing. It's a joke. So it was the first year of been doing it. But then I seen the prelim team. I asked them like, is it a world record bonus? They said, yeah. you can get a world record bonus for like a chick. It's like $100K. So I'm like, dang. Yo, sign me up. I'll do whatever they got need me to do. I'm not even tripping. I said I can run the mix and the 4x4 for you. So ran the mix, anchored that. Once he went out, I was like, all right, cool. I started laughing because I got out too hard, but it was cool though. It had a world record bonus, so I thought it was pretty legit. It's a new event. If they pay that good, I'm like, man, I'll do it every time. I'm like, a lot to you.
I think it was who came in. Oh man, it was a team that ran the girl last. I think that was
it was Poland.
That was so
stupid.
Yeah,
that was foolish because we had just seen Japan run that same thing in the prelims, and they got dead last in their section. So I guess they was trying to do is have two guys lead it off, stretch it out, and then have the girls kind of like just maintain that lead because they say all right, guys are 5 seconds faster, whatever, and then they're gonna try to hold it off on people. But I'm just looking like, yo, what? Why would y'all even do that? That's not even smart. There's no way a girl hold me off. I don't care how great or how good she is. It's just not happening.
And the thing is, like, unless your guy's just that much better, which they weren't, you know, that's why
exactly. Because they're not gonna be able to stretch it. Because I seen the guy get the stick with Allison, and he didn't like really like punish her. Like he got the stick, he was kind of like, ooh, being cool on the turn.
That's not a good
Came
enough.
off the turn, kind of like stretched it, but he still wasn't like gapping her. So I was like, nah, this is not gonna work. And I felt bad at the end. I'm like, damn, it's gotta be me to do this.
So is the money different for men and women in professional track?
No, I feel like actually women might get more money sometimes than men because, you know, women sell shoes. Like that's who sell the shoes. Like when you go in the stores, you don't see too many men on the wall. You're going to see a female that you know.
That's true.
And her shoes going to be good. You always going to see women in there shopping for shoes. How many times do you actually see men say, all right, I'm going to go in there and buy some shoes and do that, do this. So it's definitely different though.
So who do you think is right now as far as marketable athletes, who do you think is the most marketable?
In the world?
Yeah.
Track and field? No lie, I might say Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles. Just because everybody love him. Like he dance. He's an entertainer. He doesn't talk too much trash. He had said a little something one time that kind of shook everybody up. That was dope. He was talking some trash to Christian Coleman. But Noah Lyles definitely probably the most marketable because he dance. People like him. He dyes his hair. He played with Legos. Like he different.
Right. He's eccentric. Like he has a personality. And with track, something we talked about, like I said, when we had Deron here. With track is that you don't really have rivalries.
Yeah,
You don't have a lot of rivalries. People don't talk trash to each other.
But that's because people don't want to be embarrassed. Like I said, I feel like track, when somebody beats you one-on-one, it's like, dang, you feel like you lost a fight, so now you're embarrassed. But when I feel like they learn to get over that right there, that's when it's going to be like, all right, you're going to start talking trash. I feel like the better I get, I'll start talking trash too. Like, I don't know. I really wouldn't.
Because like we said, with track, man, it's one-on-one, so you can't, if you lose, you can't blame anybody. And then you got to take that criticism.
Exactly. So that people scared of that. Like track people always say, okay, why we don't get as much love as football and basketball, but they can't really handle that. You'll see people on Twitter crying about Flow Track tweeting something, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's bad!" Like that's what you want though. Like if you see, like I went on, like I think it was Vontae Bell when he got caught by Stephon Diggs in the playoffs when they scored a touchdown on him. Yo, his Instagram was going crazy. Like people were saying, "Oh, you trash, you a bum." Like if that was track and field, people couldn't handle that.
But like you said, that's the attention that you want.
You need that exactly.
Right.
Like, so if you can have that, I feel like it'll definitely be dope. It'll bring a lot of more money to the sport because people want to watch it. Not that people want to just watch people race. But if you know, okay, it's two of the fastest people in the world and they're talking trash. It's kind of like boxing. I feel like they could treat it like boxing. I look at track a lot like boxing. Boxing travels every place to promote the fight, and then they still promoting on Instagram and doing stuff like that. But track and field is kind of like, okay, the day before, watch me on NBC, and then NBC's charging $79 to watch the meet. So everybody's like, yo, how am I gonna watch it? So now they're gonna watch it on YouTube. Exactly. So now the views are down. So you're not getting the money from the views when you could promote from like a month out or 2 months out and have the athletes really promote it all the time. So the athletes just don't want to promote. And I feel like the meat promoters are not promoting to get the sport to where it needs to be. But I feel like they start doing that. We got rivalries and start lowering the prices on these programs like different Flow Track, NBC, and just make it like one channel or just like one place that can do it, or just have one person handle interviews, the other person handle like race videos or a live stream, and make it affordable. Like everybody can afford to watch that. Like pay $79 for that, and then NBA is free. on ESPN. So NBA,
82 games of NBA,
college football free, or track and field meet. Like you gonna watch college football every time. It's free and
a lot of people are interested in track and field. There's a lot of interest there, but I'm not paying like a subscription just
that, and they don't know about it. They don't know about it. A lot of people see me like, oh yeah, you the guy that run track, yeah, okay, but they don't have a clue like what event I do, stuff like that. But then you go to Europe, it's like you're like an NFL player over there. You go over there, man, signing 40 autographs after a race. Like
that's crazy.
People hound you at the hotel with your pictures. Like it's like completely different. Like you're nothing like you are in America. You're definitely a superstar in Europe compared to America.
Right. So is that why, like, as far as being on social media, like you're active on social media, like as far as posting daily?
Yeah. I gotta get better at that. I actually wanted to start doing a little better to promote myself, but I felt like I didn't want to get to the point where I'm promoting myself, and I want to make sure I actually deliver too. So I want to be able to deliver and be able to post and talk my stuff. So when I promote myself, I want to be to the level like, okay, I feel like I'm ready to take over and take that spotlight and put myself in that light to promote all the time. But yeah, I definitely let people know when I got races and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm gonna get annoying with it once I'm ready to step into that spotlight and put myself out more and have people watch me like frequently. But it's so hard, like I said. Right. And I feel like you have to start early. Right. Because a lot of times people don't know where exactly they're running at. You might get the word like a week before and say, okay, I'm running here. So now you gotta tell everybody, yo, get a subscription for NBC. $79. Somebody might not have that yet. Like you might not got their check or something like that. And you just can't. It's not realistic to expect people to pay for that just to watch one race. So it's really pointless.
And then contractually, you got to be careful what you say, because that's another thing. Like, you think about what's going on with the NBA and China right now. It's like people like, well, LeBron should say something, but he won't because he's tied into Nike.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to get banned or reduced or to lose your contract. And track, kind of like LeBron. LeBron's different because he got a salary from his NBA team, so if he got cut by Nike, he'd be cool. But for us, our sponsor is our Lakers. So that's our salary right there. So LeBron has a salary from Nike, has a salary from the Lakers, but for us, we have one big thing. So you don't want to mess that contract up by saying something crazy or doing something crazy and getting cut from your deal. And then track, once really like your first deal is really like your best one. So you really can build on from that, but it's like you're not sure if you're gonna get signed again. So you really gotta just put yourself in that like do the best thing you possible to get signed, signed.
So like when something like social or racial goes on, is there like a statement from the company like, guys, don't speak on this? Or
they'll send it out sometimes. They'll give us like a little email, so I was gonna talk about stuff like that. And but other than that, you pretty much got freedom. I know Nike's kind of like hands on, like a lot of stuff that goes on like in the world. So they might send us out a post to us to post them about this, but it'll be like show your stuff, and it's just they're pretty much free. I don't think they really trip too much about it. You see, they stand with Cap. Right. They got to be true. Right. So they're pretty legit.
Got you. So, but my thing is this: I feel like too much of the onus is placed on you guys. Like, I'll just say basketball wise, like, why does LeBron have to speak? Why don't the owner speak? I haven't heard the owner speak to support the other owner yet.
Yeah, that's facts. I don't know. I just think they just want LeBron to speak because he's the bigger image.
Right.
Like nobody's gonna listen to the owner. They want to hear LeBron. So when you hear LeBron say something, it's like, oh, okay, LeBron said that.
Yeah,
so
but what is LeBron? My thing. What is LeBron supporting? Like, man, listen, I'm a history guy. I follow history my whole life. China, the Asian and black community haven't had great relationships. Yeah. They haven't had a great relationship. There's toothpaste in Asia right now, bro. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called Darlie. It used to be called Darky. It's called in Asia. It's translated as the black man's toothpaste.
For real?
Yeah, I promise you can look it up.
When you go over there, they do look at you like you crazy though. I've been over there a couple times.
They look at you like you're an attraction, like
alien.
Right? That's how they look at you. So that's what I'm like. My thing is we have to let's go back and like LeBron said, we don't know. Like he misspoke. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah. And guess where that toothpaste originated in Hong Kong. Yeah. So you want me as a black man to speak for people. And this is their favorite toothpaste. It's called the black man's toothpaste. But you want me to speak up for that? Yeah. See, and that's my problem is too much of that is placed on you guys. Like they want you to lose your contract. And I don't think y'all, if you want to, cool, it is what it is. But
nah, people, I don't think they want to answer those questions. But at the end of the day, you want to answer every question you get to the best of your knowledge. Or I mean, you had the chance to pass it too, so you can pass up on the question. But I tell you that. But I guess you just wanted to speak out on it and let him know how he felt. But most of the time, if I don't know about it, I ain't talking.
He said, "I like rocking my new Nikes. I ain't giving that up."
I ain't talking. I'm good.
It's like giving that up.
I'll pass that one.
Got you. So right now you're in a break. Got a break in your schedule, right?
Got a break. Yep.
Olympic year, big year for you.
Yep.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, what is the difference, like training wise, when you're getting ready? Because this your first time here. Is it right? Getting ready for the Olympics?
Yeah, I had a chance in 16 too. 16 I fell a little short. I got kicked out the final.
For real?
Yeah. So 16 I was close, but I was in college still.
Got you. Okay.
It's my first time being professional though.
Okay.
Prepping for the Olympics.
So what's going to be the difference? Like,
this year's kind of different because as you know, Worlds just ended in October. So usually Worlds is over in August. Okay. And we have USA's kind of like June. Okay. So this year USA's is at the end of July. So we had to push training and everything back. So we started training a little later this year, and we ended later. So now it's October. I'm usually like in my second cycle of like training by now. Okay. But now I just ended like 13 days ago. So I'm resting maybe for like 2 to 3 weeks, and I gotta try to like speed everything up. So I'm gonna jump back into it when I get back to LA and just go back into lifting weights, running. But it's gonna have to be like quicker. It's gonna feel like this season went by faster because I had a shorter fall. So I usually have from August, I would say, to like February to have your fall and really grind it out. And then you want to start spiking up and get into racing and if you're trying to run indoor. But this year I'll probably skip indoor and just get ready to try to qualify for the Olympics. And this we're going to have to speed a lot of stuff up. So that's like spikes, fall training, and just prep for June instead of August this time, or July, and definitely Worlds and USA's.
What meets do you plan on competing in?
This year, I'm not even sure. So Diamond League schedule, definitely. I'm going to hit like most of the Diamond Leagues. But I'm going to have to go pull back on some because USA's is a little earlier and I want to peak for USA's and not peak a little bit before that. So it's definitely some Diamond Leagues. Some of my favorite meets, I like Rome. I like Shanghai. Shanghai is just super, super far, so it's hard to have jet lag. You'd be super jet lag getting off the plane.
How many hours is that?
It's like 10 or 11 in front. So you get off the plane, man, you'd be hurting. And then that's why track is so crazy because you get off those planes, sometimes people wonder like how these guys are not consistent. Like you get off the plane on Thursday, it's 11 hours ahead. You got a day break Friday, and then you race Saturday. So now you like jet lag on the line. It's really like the best of like who's gonna do crazy. Good jet lag. So, or some people might stay out there, and that's when you have that little edge. But then some people like to go home and train, and you don't want to be over there like so long. It just feel tiring, and it just get old. Like you want to leave. Like you can't watch stuff on TV. You don't get your food. Don't have your Gatorade. You might not have a tub in there. Yeah, it's like like pro track is completely different. So you always see those people have like a little struggle their first year trying to adjust because you got to see how it is. Like college is nice. You have your own trainers. Everything's done for you. Like you get a little Gatorades for you. Everything's just handed to you. Warm up times, all that. But when you by yourself, you just out there. You might have your coach with you. No trainer. Or you might have a trainers at the meet, but they might be bad, like super terrible. And it's just completely different. But
so what are you doing to wind down right now?
Wind down. I've been going to like different schools. I went to like I went to a couple colleges, man. A couple HBCUs. Morgan State. I went to Virginia State, Howard. So just been chilling with my friends, going to their colleges, seeing what's up with them, and just going to their homecoming, living a life that I never had.
I've got a chance to, right? It's about to get serious for you, man.
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm trying to have a lot of fun. Stay away from track, period. Like I haven't been watching no videos and all like that. Just been at home. Eating bad. Might have like 3-pack of Oreos since I've been home.
You talking to your nutritionist while you home?
Yeah, nah. I haven't even texted her or nothing. I haven't talked to my coach. And I haven't talked to my coach for like 2-3 weeks. So since Worlds, and man, I just been living it up though. Been trying to have a lot of fun.
You got any projects outside of sports or outside of track?
No, not really. I want to actually start doing like a podcast. Like I actually want to jump in and just talk.
You should.
Yeah, just talk trash. You know, just have fun with it.
Be careful with that.
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing. So that's why
our first episode never came out.
So I said I'm gonna do like a video vlog maybe. This is vlog. Yeah. Start vlogging and just like letting people know a little bit about me going to Olympic year and have them have more insight and just know me as a person. A lot of people don't know how I am as a person.
You should get with your VA guys. You know.
Nah. I feel like it's because we train in different areas. Nah, Noah's actually Adidas. So
okay.
We don't mess with the 3 stripe over here. No 3 stripe.
Okay,
just swoosh, no 3 stripes, man. So
true that.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna try to have something dope coming up this year. I want to make like little videos and just lead up to trials and then have it like that. I think that'd be cool.
Got you. Want people to follow your social media?
Yeah, follow me Instagram AY_attractive. And Twitter is _MCJR.
I just realized attractive. Boy, you're a pimp.
Yeah,
boy.
I made it up in high school when I got lit.
I thought
that was dope. I thought that was a dope name.
Oh man, so you used to listen to R&B in high school. What kind of music you listen to now?
I listen to everything. I got like R&B. Shoot, I can pull out my phone. I don't even know. Let me see what I got. I got like Summer Walker.
Because what I'm saying is like, you know, when you're young, you're all amped up, so you want to calm yourself down. But as you get older, do you learn how to control that through like the music?
Nah, sometimes my coach got like calm me down. My warm up, like he hit me. I'm like pushing out here, like yo, you gotta chill. He told me that USA, like, you gotta calm down, because it might can affect my race. I might go out there and be like too tired because I warmed up too hard in the warm up area. So I kind of like go into the track, like listen to some calm stuff. I might listen to Mary J. Blige or something like that to get me like, what's the 401 chill? Like I'm calm, calm. I listen to different stuff. It all depends. And then when I get on the track, pretty much like what? Chief Keef, Lil Baby. I like Gucci. I got a little bit of Young Crazy on my playlist. I like Young Crazy, Breeze Barker.
Okay.
Yeah, Beach Boy Tag. I got some 7x7 artists too. Yeah, I'm showing them love too on my playlist. Yeah.
How does it feel like? Before I get you out of here, how does it feel that they carry that 757? You know, kind of that flag.
I feel like it feel good. Like I feel like they show me a lot of love. So I feel like I got that pressure from them on my back. Like I can't fold. Like if I fold, man, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So I feel like when I come home, they show me this. They show me the support. Like everybody, any coach that comes to the 757, they always be like, yo, like your city really love you. Like them, the parents, the coaches to media people. Like man, they all show me love. So I really love it. Like high schools. It's a lot of pressure, but I love it. Though. It's like good pressure. It push you. So allow you to want to get better and exceed in your sport.
Right. Well, I appreciate you coming, man. People don't know you was one of my very first interviews way back when in high school.
Yes, sir.
I'm definitely glad to have you back up here, and we'll keep everyone posted on what you're doing, and hope we get a chance to get you back before the Olympics. Hope
that's cool. Yeah, I'll be back. I appreciate it though. Thank you.
No problems. Jamal Hawkins, I-64 Sports.